What's up, guys? Nick with Mystic Manifesting. Well, I fucked up the thing already. What's up, Mystic Manifesting family? Nick with Mystic Manifesting. If you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back, Mystic Manifesting family. There you go. Anyway, today's video was something I heard the other day. As you know, I listen to Neville almost every day. I watch other coaches just because I like their personalities and stuff like that. Joseph Murphy is someone who I've been recently getting more into, but I did apply some of his core principles and teaching when I first got onto my manifesting journey. So I've been kind of all over. I do study the law a lot, and it's just part of me as I like listening to it. I like the history of the old stuff with him and Neville and Florence Scovel's Shin stuff. I do like, it's like learning, a refresher, a reminder, and it just feels cool and feels like a little bit of a connection to the past. And now doing the coaching, it's like, okay, learn from the original coaches. So something I heard in one of his lectures was he had a client who was a school teacher. And I don't know if she's really a client or just a student or someone who came to his things, but it was a story about deconstructing. Yeah, I got notes. Deconstructing the negative story. So she was a school teacher, and whenever there was anything she wanted, it's kind of like what I talk about when we go on the negative spiral. She would start building up like, oh, why is she anxious? So she realized logically, as an educator and someone who lives in the 3D world and is very logical and stick to the book stuff, she would go and deconstruct the negative situation. And I've been thinking about it, and I'm like, let me give you a hypothetical situation. Okay, here's one of my stories. And I don't know why I've stuck to this story mainly today, but it was like, it's a big one in my life. And everybody always wants to hear about SP. So I'm going to tell this story. All right. And I've used it. This whole week's going to be pretty much on this one story. It's kind of dumb, but I mean, if you're stuck with the channel this long, you know. So anyway, the woman says, break down the negative situation and see why it's making you anxious and realize that there's nothing to fear, because fear is the enemy. Fear is false evidence appearing real, right? The book, to take a cheesy, corny line that's very true, false evidence appearing real. So it's taking the negatives of life and making you afraid. But really, when you are fearful and anxious and everything, why? Ask yourself why you're fearful and anxious. Okay, we'll give you the situation. My SP told me, I never want to see you again. This can never happen again. Then I was blocked, removed from everywhere, and I found out there's a third party. All those circumstances made me depressed, sad, emotional, fearful, anxious, and needy, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I'm very fearful. The main mode, like the blanket or the umbrella term for all those would be fear. Why am I afraid? Why am I panicked? Why am I like this? Let's break down the situation. I never want to see or hear from you again. And I'm blocked everywhere. That's a blessing. I don't know what the fuck's happening. Then I overhear something about there's a third party. Why does that make me anxious and sad? Logically, this person's out of my life and I will never see or hear from them again. There's nothing to be afraid of. That's just a person who's no longer in my life. So why am I afraid? There's somebody else with her. Well, good for her. I'm glad she's happy. I bet I'm going to be 10 times happier with someone else. How else do we break this down? Now that I'm no longer with her, I'm saving a lot of money on not going on dates and things like that. Now that I'm no longer with her, I'm no longer stressed and worried about trying to hold a relationship together. I'm just free and doing me. And at the end of the day, you keep, I don't want to go on too long, and part of it is I'm running out of ideas, but because being in that situation when you're in there, it's easier said than done looking back on it and now having my manifestation. But in the moment, it's like, really, what are you to be afraid of? What are the worst things that could happen to you in life? You could die, or someone you love or care about could die. Like, those are the absolute worst things that could happen. And I get you losing an SP, you could almost be like losing them out of your life and feeling like a death. It's a death of a relationship. However, it didn't kill you, it didn't physically hurt you. The only way you could die or physically get hurt from that is self-inflicting, and not saying to do it, but I'm saying that's the only way that could actually hurt you, and that would be on your own doing, which you should never do. But you need to pick yourself up and realize you're still alive, you're still healthy, you're still standing, and you have way more opportunities ahead of you in life. And now you've deconstructed it. It's no longer scary, knowing that there's other opportunities. knowing that you're the prize, building yourself up. It's no longer scary. You're not afraid no more. And I like that idea that the woman broke it down, and then at the end of the day, she still got her manifestation because the universe knows what you truly want, and you know what you truly want. But as a relaxing technique, realizing what is scaring you and realizing it's not scary, it's not going to hurt you. There's very few things. The only thing that can hurt you is yourself and putting yourself in bad situations. So when you break it down like that, it's like, wow, there's really nothing that's going to hurt me. And yeah, this is emotionally painful, but I'll make it through. And then now you've just relaxed yourself. You've calmed down. And then from there, it's like, okay, now I can do a technique where I'm detached from everything. Like, oh, I'm going to picture myself with SP. We're on a nice date. We're in Paris. We're blah, 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 whatever. Put yourself in that nice situation. And then if you ever get anxious again, break it down again. Break it down further where it's just nothing. Because like I said before, when I first started this channel, events happen. The only meaning to them is the meaning you give them. Something could happen that's awful to me and the worst thing in the world, but it could be an amazing thing to someone else. But to me, in my world, this is absolutely awful. For me to break up with the person I love is the worst thing in the world. To someone else, it'd be the best thing in the world because now they can go out and be a player and do whatever they want. And I can do that too. But why does it affect me where I'm hurt from this situation? Why does it not affect them and they're not hurt? It's because of the meaning they assigned it. So bridging my idea, which maybe not my idea, maybe other people have said it, but that's just something I was saying when I first started the channel with the Joseph Murphy technique that teacher said, breaking it down, deconstructing it. Nothing is crazy important that you have to like be obsessed with it like that. So at the end of the day, deconstructing it, realizing I don't need this manifestation is a form of detachment. And liberating to you, you could breathe again, you could get that anxious heaviness off of you and live your life and understand everything's gonna work out your way. And then to start thinking about success stories and other people who have succeeded, realizing you don't need your manifestation, but you will have it anyway. So another short video. I've been doing pretty good keeping these under 10 minutes or at least 10 minutes. So if you guys want the long ones back, I'm sure I could ramble the fuck on, but today I'm a little bit of a time crunch. We're recording the videos for the week. So anyway, I hope that helps. Questions, comments, concerns, down there, bio, coaching stuff, whatever. Love you guys. See you in the next video, and we'll talk to you soon.